My father used to like to play a trick on my sisters because I'd always sit in the front seat of the car. And he'd go, all right, kid, you got the wheel. And just put my hands on the wheel and make them all freak out. A lot of people wonder what it's like growing up blind, you know? I mean, because like I'm born blind, right? So this is all I've ever known. So the experience had to be a little different for me. But you know what? It was fun. I mean, like my parents wanted me to do all the things that the other kids were doing. You know, they wanted me to just be out in the world and, you know, not be different. Why should I have to be different? For example, I learned how to ride a bike. I mean, why not? The other kids are doing it. You could do it. So what? You can't see. Big deal. You can still learn to pedal and steer and all that kind of stuff. So I did. I learned, you know, I used to ride a bike around my neighborhood as a little kid. You know, and where we lived, people sort of, you know, people parked on the street. You know, so I would like bang into people's cars and stuff, but I guess no one really seemed to mind, you know. This blind kid's riding a bike. I can't believe a blind kid riding a bike just smashed into my car. Okay. And it's not like I was going fast enough to do any real damage. Was I? I had board games, you know, not as a little kid, but a little bit older, like 3rd, 4th grade, right? Like they had Braille Monopoly. Even games like hide and seek, you know. Of course I could play that. Oh my God. I was a good one. But you see, people always think they're being so quiet, but they're not, because they'll start to snicker and laugh. I mean, just as kids, you know. It's part of the fun of the game. And I could hear it and find you and, you know, now it's your turn. I get to hide. And I knew how to be quiet. People wonder about Christmas and birthdays and stuff. Did they wrap your gifts? Of course they did. I mean, you know, I'd still open it and have to go, what is that? But, you know, it's like the fun of opening a present, you know. I suppose to open it and then to see it, but what's the difference? I open it and feel it, you know. Now in school, you got to remember, I'm the only blind kid. They'd never had a kid like me before. So, yeah, it might have been fun to go to a school for the blind too for a little while, but that's the way it worked out, so all good. You know, they had to get Braille books for me and all this other stuff, you know, so that the class would be accessible. You know what I mean? So they had to plan way early what books they were going to use so they could send away for them and get some people to Braille them and stuff. But, you know, it all worked out. Did I ever get picked on? Sure, of course. I'm different, you know what I mean? Kids are rotten. They always pick on who's different. But, you know, it's good for you. As my father used to say, builds character. Imagine how much fun this was for my sisters too, right? Imagine having a blind little brother. Oh my God, the fun you could have. You know, and it was all cool. I mean, like, I never got hurt, you know? But I just had my chops busted. They used to tell, like we'd walk under a railroad bridge or something and the train would go overhead and they'd be like, be careful, the train's coming, you're gonna get hit. You know, like that. Or like, don't eat that, the cat like that. You don't want that. You know, just weird little things that they could goof on somebody who couldn't see it, you know? That's what kids do, they play. It's all good. Did I ever get revenge on them? Yes, this video right here. You know, the one thing I remember about my childhood is hating that stupid 3 Blind Mice song. How dare you? It's 3 visually impaired mice.